And we are back with the League of Dota Season 4 Grand Final. This is the 4States cast of this awesome game that's going to be between Gabo and SlayerGames. I am Rock. Joining me is Scap. Hey, bro, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm ready for this final.
Oh, that's good to hear, mate.
Sorry, my throat was like all of a sudden just phlegmy.
Oh, I bet, man. It's so much casting, so much day to day. It's just been fantastic. And I can't believe these picks again. Oh, this is going to be so good. Check it out. Do you want to go first on Slayer Games? Because I want to introduce Gabo.
Well, Slayer Games, we followed them last time. We got the Nature's Prophet pick. They ran a Nature's Prophet last time, and it was very effective. Great, powerful pusher, and and if farmed up enough, can become quite a massive carry. And looks like they also picked up a Visage. Looks like they're going for some sort of push strat. Those familiars can do a heap load of damage, and yeah, powerful support, and real old school too.
Yeah, man, we saw that Slayer Games pull out old school strat last time, and they went for that Nature's Prophet first pick this time. But I'm going to go straight into what Gabo got, and they have got two of my favourite characters. Excuse me, I'm the one talking like a pirate now. They've gone for the Ancient Apparition, which we've all seen all day, and we don't need to go on about it anymore. It's just awesome. But to tee it up and to really bring it in, they've got that Darkseer. Darkseer is one of my favourite offlaners, one of my favourite characters, full stop, and they've vacuumed everyone agrees is just a super powerful spell linked up with the wall that only escalates later on as the game as if he gets a scepter his clones could do 125% of the damage of any carry that he puts through that wall, so it's really powerful. And you know what? Like, I'm just going to throw this out there right now, even though we've got this amazing Invoker pick up too. But I would love to see. I know it's going to be a bit hard, a bit tricky to fit in, but I'd love to see an Earthshaker on the side of Gabo to really deal with all these minions that's already come out from Slayer Games.
Yeah, not to mention that Earthshaker is one of your favorites. But anyway, not that you're biased or anything, but anyway, I want to talk about the Invoker pickup. But Invoker has been banned like pretty much every game, and now he hasn't, and he has been picked up. Like I said, it's like if you don't ban them, they're going to be in the game. It's same with Lycan, same with um, a few other heroes as well. And
Ember Spirit's another big one as well, and Death Prophet as well.
yep, looking at the Sand King though, Sand King is a great team fight initiator. That epicenter is just going to be huge and just keep everyone together. And he's just going to keep everyone together in the fight and just can be real big team changer. I'll let you talk about Rubik.
Yeah, absolutely right. And that Sand King, he can also add to the push as well, because he's got that Sandstorm, and he can jungle a little bit as well with it. It's a little bit ineffective, but it also can work if you want to give Nature's Prophet, for example, a lane, and Visage and another carrier lane. That'll work. Maybe if you grabbed a Luna or something, and then got a nice strong mid. But yeah, I'll quickly chat about this Rubik as well. I know it was the other team that got Rubik last time, but Rubik has been picked up a couple of times today as well, and it's interesting. Maybe to try and steal a little bit of Nature's Prophet or Sand King's abilities. I wouldn't be surprised. He's a very handy team fight player. He's also got a lot of AoE. That Fade Bolt does a lot, especially if everyone's sucked in, and especially if everyone's getting smashed by Invoker spells as well. So he definitely fits in. He's going to add a little bit to that gank, and he's going to add a little bit to maybe a little bit of Roman gank and stuff like that. But check out what Slayer got.
Oh man, that Weaver. God. I just hate Weaver so much, at least laning against him. He's just so wily and so slippery. And you could just, and he can turn into one of a really ridiculously hard carry. He's great in the off lane, and it's just, if you don't keep him down, he's just going to be a total pest come late game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And they still both need to, well, I think there's going to be a mid pickup on SlayerGames, and Gabo's got their Invoker for mid, so they're going to be going for a carry. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Slider picked up now, purely just to deal with that Weaver. Or they might go something that's a little bit more like, adds a little bit more synergy to the team. Possibly like a Gyro still in the pool, he'd be excellent. Luna's been kicked out, but you could always grab a Juggernaut too. But I think Slider would be a good pick just for the Invis capabilities alone.
Yeah, or they could go the bounty hunter route, but instead they picked up a Wraith King. Really nice, big tanky hero. They kind of needed it. Wraith King can just kind of walk on in and start get the beat down on, and if once you think you got him down, well, no you don't. He's got his ult to res back up. And to round things out, a nice mid pickup, Tinker. Rock, what do you think about Tinker?
Well, they've got Tinker and Nature's Prophet now, so that is so much split push potential to teleport around and really cause a lot of trouble. So I think Gabo is going to have to really team fight early and stay together, because having two global presences that can run around and gank is going to be really scary. Look, I might jump in and introduce the Radiant while you get all your screens and everything ready.
I instantly changed them.
So, look, I'll start off with the stand-in, because it is on the Weaver, and Weaver's a really important character, and that's going to be Sol. And he's wandering on down with a heap of regen down to that bottom lane. He's also going down with possibly Zetok, who's on the Sand King, for maybe a duel or maybe a tri-lane. Now, on the tank we have Phone in My Pocket. Very nice creative name there. And he's definitely going to be going for the mid. Right now, up in the top mid, we're just doing a little bit of aggressive warding, is Pepex on the Visage. And finally, just rounding off for the off lane, it's going to be a really potent, really quality Nature's Prophet. We saw him last game. He was so good with his micro, and obviously that's why they've grabbed him. He's excellent for pushing, excellent for with the micro and the global ulti and just getting so much farm. So it's going to be really interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on him.
Alright, and I'll introduce the Dire. Looks like in the jungle already. Let's keep our we got two good friends. Ancient Apparition being played by Wind, and we have Rubik being played by Batu. That sounds good. And looks like we have Wraith King being played by Saint 7, and that looks like that's going to be a tri-lane up there. Holding the mid lane, like we said, Invoker being played by Sweet Ophelia. And for the off lane, we have Darkseer being played by Thorai.
Yeah, definitely. So, as you said, Darkseer off lane, just going to throw his Iron Shell there, and we'll see how these lanes kind of span out. But we'll have to keep an eye on this Nature's Prophet. He's already running around with his minions there, and he's pulled a whole lane around. So really good job making sure that he gets the farm there.
I'm kind of watching this fight right now between Sand King and Darkseer right now. They kind of traded a lot of blows right there, and it looked like Sand King kind of like was left holding his arm a little bit, got a little bit beat down from Darkseer. But we got Visage coming in. He's getting a whole heap load of Ion Shell right now. So much damage right now, but Darkseer is just playing safe right now, and Weaver's just kind of like farming away in his safe little tri-lane. Looks like up top, though, we got a nice lift from the Rubik, and we got a stun taking out the Nature's Prophet. First blood has been spilt. Only a minute and 20 seconds in the game, guys. Wow.
It's just excellent, isn't it? Really good job keeping that Nature's Prophet down, because as we said, he's a really important player for this team. So great rotation there. And also, I'm really keen to see how this Wraith King goes. Wraith King's one of my personal favourites, and I love the way he I haven't actually seen him too much, but I really think he's good in this new meta, because we talk about sustained team fight, and he's a carry that, not only can fight till he dies, but then when he reses, he slows everyone, and he's ready to go. And some people are getting Abaddon for that same reason, but I think Skelly Kings or
looks like we got a smoke gank going on in the mid lane. Sorry to cut you off, Rock, but we got Rubik trying to come in. He's just gonna get Tinker. Tinker's in so much trouble. Tinker's just kind of hiding behind the trees. Invoker is low as well. Tinker is low on mana, so you can't really quite do much of anything else. Ooh, just so lucky there. Oh,
Yeah, that was close, wasn't it? That was really close, and that all started because they were having a really good man fight mid, and both of them were so low. So the supports didn't even bother trying to be sneaky. They just ran straight in to try and grab Tinker as soon as they could. Now this Darkseid is having a bit of a struggle trying to get a little bit of EXP. He's running around now doing a little bit of hiding. Um,
but he's going
he's
after the Visage, that Ion Shell, and he's surging in. Could he pick off the Visage? Yes, he does. But he's gonna get a little bit of right click coming from the Weaver. Sand King coming in as well. Is the stun gonna happen? But he's got a vacuum, and the Ion Shell's gonna keep going. He's surged. He's going after the dark. Oh man, he took that Sand King. But then
wow.
Then the Nature's Prophet had enough of that, and they're just gonna pick off the Darkseer after his lovely double kill. And
Yeah,
you know
that
what?
was
In
really
that bottom
cool watching.
lane, Darkseer won that. Your
I,
hero.
I definitely agree that he did a really good job. That's going to add to his quick mech or whenever he decides to go first, maybe a scepter. But he just really courageous play as well. So Iron shelling up, really taking these supports on, and they're so low. Actually, well, Visage is doing pretty well. He actually got quite a few levels from that kill on Darkseer now, so that's pretty good. But yeah, really courageous play.
Yeah, definitely. And Darkseer is totally holding his own in this lane. Meanwhile, Wraith King is just farming away in the top lane uncontested, which is really great for him. He's working on a... He has his Ring of Bacillus, so I'm not sure if he's going for a Vlad's maybe to stack on that lifesteal, or if he's just got a Bacillus just to have a Bacillus. Um, looks...
Look, I could see Dim definitely getting Vlad's now. AA has just done an amazing job. If you have a quick look top, he's just
Look at that pull. He is pulling the creep, trying to get the Wraith King so much farm right now because he can. It's just he's really doing well.
really efficient too because they pulled and then ran straight down to rotate, and you've actually got both supports rotating in.
Looks like we got a mid gank going on. We got Ancient Apparition and Rubik hanging out on towards the high ground, waiting for someone to come up. We got Tinker hanging out as well. The ward is up. He knows something is going to happen. Something is going to happen here. Looks like we got Invoker coming in though. Looks like a Cold Snap is up. Vortex is... We got a Tornado. Lift is up. Tinker's in trouble. He's going to be taken out. Invoker finishing him off. Nature's Prophet just trying to do something here, but he just couldn't save his buddy in time.
Definitely not. Now he's trying his best, but this Invoker's pretty farmed, or really farmed, and doing really well with his spells there. Now you're talking about farms before as well. Now Skelly King's got 31, Wraith King's got 31, so he's doing really well at the top as well, and 16's an eye, so that's money that's not going to his opposing carry.
Yeah, definitely, but there's no money to be contested because no one's been messing with him at all. He's just kind of been hanging out, doing his thing, and right now it's just kind of been Nature's Prophet and Invoker and Tinker going up against the Invoker. But in the bottom lane, looks like a little bit of excitement is going on. We got two Ion Shells going on, and we have this Darkseer is just being an absolute prick in the bottom lane with these three heroes. But we got a nice pick off from the Tinker, though, getting a double kill on the Rubik and the Invoker. Totally missed that, unfortunately.
And the Darkseid's going to grab that regen in there as well, so good rude control. But yeah, no, I didn't see them go down either.
Yeah, it just totally happened. It just, boom. Those rockets there's just so much nuke in the rockets right now. But real interesting thing, Tinker's putting priority in his March of the Machines already. He's jungling with them. He's like really that's how he's starting to get a lot of his farm and his control, I guess. And he's got a nice stack going on, and it's just going out great for him. I might have to add that to my repertoire.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and you can do that with a few mid heroes as well.
Yeah.
stack them and clear as well. Like Marana, quite happily. Not Marana, sorry. Naga Siren can do it as well, um, and yeah, I've seen him done on a couple of different heroes.
Yeah. I could see Medusa doing it, doing that ancient trick, but yeah, I'm not that good. Looks like we have a nice conglomeration of heroes up top. We got Rubik. Looks like he's setting up a nice aggressive ward in lane. Ancient Apparition coming out to help out in the top lane. Things are starting to. Things are really slow now. Like, there was a lot of action going on at first. Things are starting to slow down a little bit, and we have just Invoker getting a tornado off. Cold Snap taking out the Tinker again. This
Oh,
Invoker.
great job. And Darkus is actually causing a bit of trouble as well in the jungle, and he's going to go down for it.
Yep, he's going down. Welcome to the jungle. We got Smoke and Ganks. He's just, he is one man after all. He can't take them all out.
And I was actually just about to say that it's really in Gabo's, favor, or it's best for them to really keep on SlayerG's, tower. They don't want the Tika and the Nature's Prophet to kind of control the game, and so they have to keep trying to take them out early if they're going to control them, because once they both get big and they're controlling both lanes simultaneously. Problem that Ancient's Visage might have overextended.
Visage definitely overextended a little bit, and just paid for it. The Invoker and that Tornado. He's really been great with those tornadoes and just taking care of things very well. And it's yep.
It's really scary, and well, it's actually really great to see. But these guys are so skillful. It's almost getting to the point where you have to maybe respect them and start doing research on them, because I know that this Nature's Prophet did an amazing job last time, and we're starting to see a really good job on both the Invoker and the Skelly King as well. So
yeah, this Wraith
once it gets
King
this level,
he's got 3,000 gold. He's just sitting with 3,000 gold. What is he gonna do with it? I have no idea.
maybe early heart, maybe a Radiance.
Who knows? But we got Invoker going on the Tinker again. Tinker just barely getting out. Nature's Prophet having enough of this Invoker, along with Visage taking out the Invoker. The kill split among assists. Ooh, wow. There's a lot of action going on this mid lane. It's like I turn away for 2 seconds and then boom.
And that's it. There's action going on all over the place. And as you said, this Skelly is just sitting back farming still. Do you think SlayerG just don't respect him as a carry and just aren't worried about what he can do?
I'm not sure. He's just kind of been hanging out, doing his thing with the thing, getting farm. He's got 3,300 gold. It is ridiculous right now what he's able to do. Looks like we got Tinker going in on the Rubik a little bit. Rubik backing off instantly.
A bit of trouble top as well.
Oh yeah, he got a heap load of damage right now coming from the Visage and his familiars. Just those familiars do work early game. There's just so much damage early from them, and it's just really powerful. Sand King picking up his jungling a little bit, picking up his Blink Dagger. He really wants control of this lane. Darkseer holding his own, just trying to keep the lanes pushed back. He's got a Soul Ring so he can constantly spam spells. Looks like we got a Smoke of Deceit though. Invoker and Rubik, they're coming in. They want something to happen here. Somebody is going to die. At least that's what they want. Looks like they're cutting around through the jungle. And it looks like Weaver could be in trouble here. Weaver doesn't know what's going to hit him though. They're just kind of lying in wait. Things are going to happen here. We're just waiting on the Invoker. Weaver is level 8, so he does have a chance maybe. But he just lost all of his mana, and he just can't do it. There's just so much going on there. Weaver goes down at an instant.
Yeah, vacuum, EMP, just killed.
Looks like we got Ancient Apparition in a heap load of trouble, being taken out. And now Rubik is coming in after the Nature's Prophet, but Nature's Prophet is just leaving. He's just out. Jazz hands.
No, that's right. And while all this is happening,
but Rubik is in trouble getting laser beam to the face with the help of Sand King. Sorry to cut you off there, Rock, but they're trading so much right now.
Oh, it's just so busy all over the map. And Invoker doing so much work. He's down wailing on this tower down bottom. But I was just going to say that I just wish that Wraith King would do something with his money. Oh, he has. He's finally bought something. What's he got? Did he get a relic?
What did he
He
buy?
did.
He got a relic? He's going relic?
So that's either possibly a Radiance. I don't think he'd be going for a Divine, that's for sure.
Either I'm thinking either a Radiance or maybe even a oh, but he's in trouble regardless. Who cares what he's getting? He's getting a whole lot of Visage right now, but he's able to respawn just in time. Visage is in trouble though from the AA, but Sand King coming in with a wonderful epicenter and a sandstorm. Wraith King is down. They finally turned around and decided to pick him off. Nature's Prophet was there as well. Ancient Apparition with Rubik trying to pick up the pieces and keep the creep wave from pushing so much.
Yeah, and Invoker's just pushing away as well at the same moment. But see, Skelly saving up for that relic for so long, it really meant that he didn't have any tankiness or anything. He had a heap of damage, but nothing more.
Yeah, really, and I don't know. I'm not quite sure what about the whole. It could be a relic, but see, the other thing I'm thinking is maybe he's going Basher as well to make that into an Abyssal.
Yeah, that's
It'll add tankiness. It'll give him some damage. Invoker takes the mid tower. I just missed that, but there you have it, folks. And now it's just starting to slow down again. Everyone's backing off and farming. So, you know what that means. Let's take a look at the gold. And gold is even. Dead even. Even with all the farming this Wraith King has been doing, it is pretty much even. It's slightly in G4's advantage, but not by much. It's even. But look at the experience. Slayer G top in the charts with a little over 2k gold. But anyway, Invoker going after Sand King. Sand King in a heap load of trouble, just can't deal with the with the Invoker. That cold snap is just ridiculous. Tinker trying to pick up the pieces and push the lane back some more.
That was pretty cool, man. That was AA seeing that Sand King got his sandstorm up and was just chilling out, trying to push creeps like that. Now, if you're hanging around and being immobile for that long, AA can easily pick you off. And Invoker saw it too. The AA ult smashed him, and Invoker just came through and finished him off.
This Sand King with his Sacred Relic, he is hitting pretty hard already with critting for 267 damage.
This Wraith King, yeah, man, smashing it. We got too many kings on the dance floor.
Yeah, so many kings. But looks like Tinker had about enough of this push. He's putting March of Machines down. He's hanging out inside the bushes. They still take tower. Rubik looking to be a little bit out of position here, but he's running away just in time. Everyone is just kind of hanging out. Tensions are building. We got a March of Machines going on. Very interesting. There's just these tensions, and G4 or G+4 is just, yeah, they're just biding their time. They're hanging out, doing their thing, just kind of farming up, and they have the room too.
Invoke actually teleported top to try and catch that Nature's Prophet because AA smashed him with an ulti then. It didn't take that much damage off him, but this Invoker is just so confident at the moment. He's just moving so fast, and he really got into position well there. So I'll be watching this ganking Invoker. We've already seen that he can initiate very well with his tornado, but trouble mid.
Oh man, trouble in the mid lane. We got a big Ancient Apparition catching everyone. And looks like we're right. Radiance is on the Wraith King. Tensions built up in the mid lane. Looks like Sand King, though, saying he won't sand for this. He wants to get in on this. Well, maybe not. He decided to back off, but we got a nice push going on in top tower. And as far as the pushing is going, looks like we got G+4 really laying it in and trying to get something going on here. Nice Tornado EMP on the Weaver. Nature's Prophet denying the tower. Wow, this is a really...
Skills to pay the bills, I tell you what.
Yeah, this Invoker is definitely a player in this game.
They both are, but also the Prophet as well. The Prophet was the one who denied it, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, here we go. Trouble at
But
the secret shop.
at the secret shop, we got Sand King in a heap load of trouble. Trees are up. Ancient Apparition is low. Tornado has been thrown up. EMP as well. Visage is getting taken out as well. They're chasing after this Weaver. Weaver is saying, nope, not today. I'm out. See ya. Visage Familiar going down. Invoker picking up an extra 100 gold in his lovely little pockets. Wow, this is...
Everyone getting out on the side of Gabo there. No fatalities, so really, really potent.
They're just doing so much push right now. And speaking of push, Nature's Prophet wanting to get a push on, but he just can't. The Radiance, the Ion Shell just wrecked the creeps. It just melted all of them. They just cannot. And Nature's Prophet just moving his creeps along, trying to micro them and start jungling with them because he doesn't want them dying. But
a nice little strategy,
looks like we got a little bit of a congregation with G+4. They're hanging out, but Invoker's going after the Sand King again. Sand King getting out just in time before the EMP hits, and he doesn't lose any mana. Man, this EMP. There's just so much going on right now. They got a nice aggressive ward going on in the jungle here, so jungle ganks are going to be happening a lot from G+4. And right now, G+4 has just started really controlling the map. They got wards up, they're taking towers, and they're really preventing from the Tinker and the Nature's Prophet from pushing. Looks like we got Tinker moving in, throwing in a March of the Machines, trying to get out. And he does so effectively. We got a 4-man push in the bottom lane. Tower is going down really fast. Wraith King seeing what he could do with that port in. Looks like the port was cancelled. Looks like we got a nice little fight brewing on here. The tower is still going to be pushed as well. But things are starting to back up. There's a nice regroup and repositioning. EMP is up. Looks like Tinker is out of mana and in trouble. Blinks away just in time. The tower is still slowly going down. The Visage Familiars are moving in to try to get a stun off, but just not going to happen.
That sustained fight that they had then, just so resilient. I really like this early Radiance. Oh, here we go. We have a Smoke Gank as well.
Yeah, we got a Smoke Gank.
Yeah. But, you know, I'd love to see a Blink Dagger up on the Skelly King. He wants to initiate, he wants to get in there. If he could blink in, stun someone, burn him with the Radiant.
Speaking of Wraith King, though, he could be in a little bit of trouble here. Weaver is going after him. Wraith King does have his ultimate, so he may just turn around and see what he could do here, but... Or maybe not. Maybe he's going to try and save his ulti. But Invoker come in with the save. And Wraith King is back up with his ult. Going after the Weaver. Weaver trying to get out. Getting lifted and taken out by the... Oh, but the Sand King and his ultimate just taking him. But he just couldn't kill anybody. Instead, he pays for it with his life. There's just so much control going on with G+4 at the moment. They're just really just hammering it down. They want to win this final.
They just can't afford to be around this early Radiance as well. It's just so brutal. Especially if they've had the AA ulti on top of them and they're not healing and they're popping that dot plus the Radiance dot plus, you know, the Iron Shell, as you said, or the Fade Bolt. It is just so much teamfight, so much pain.
Tinker is playing a very dangerous game, blinking around in the trees, just using his March of the Machines. Another Visage Familiar almost going down. Nope, they're really taking out those Visage Familiars. They're not letting them get away with any sort of thing. Rubik hanging out with Darkseer in the jungle. We got Invoker pushing the lane, keeping the lane pushed up, even with the Tinker using March of the Machines. All the meanwhile, we got Ancient Apparition hanging out at Rush, and this Wraith King just farming away still. Things are just, they can. Wraith King has got so much room right now. They aren't dealing with him.
Up top. They should go
oh, and they dropped him. I lied.
No regen.
Yeah, he didn't have his res. Unfortunately, he just couldn't deal with. They caught him while he was down, while his reincarnate was down, and they're gone. That's it.
They're actually going on the Invoker down bottom.
Now they're going after the Invoker. Invoker drops the EMP. Cold Snap is up. We got Sand King moving in as well, but he's going to go down from the heat-seeking missiles. Ooh, they never miss. Looks like we got Uh,
Yeah,
push
that was a
back
huge
up.
rotation.
Looks like we got a nice little pause. That means a lull in the game, so let's take a look at some graphs. Let's take a look at gold. So, G4,
I
they're
wish I had some like graph music for you. I'd make some. Ding, 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 ding,
you could
ding,
just keep
ding.
doing that. So anyway, we got 2,000 gold in the way of G+4 right now, and it's been fluctuating an awful lot. So that tells me Slayer G is starting to farm back up again, and you can see the arrow moving back in the line moving back in their direction. So let's take a look at experience earned right now, and same story, just a little bit different numbers, almost. We're looking at 2,000 experience over G+4 right now, but look at that line. It's starting to move back up really fast towards Slayer G's direction.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see, and as you're right, so the nature's proper, the Tinker really starting to get a bit of farm, really starting to have a little bit more of this map dominance. But it's not like Gabo's in the same trial that we saw last time. They're not going to get out carried here. They've still got an Evoker and they've still got a Skelly King, and the Skelly King has been active. He has been busy. He has been industrious. That Mr. Wraith King.
Mr. Wraith King with his radiance. I'm I think Slayer G, I'm going to have to disagree with you on Rock, and I'm going to say Slayer G can outcarry this. They got a Weaver, they got Nature's Prophet, and, Tinker, once he gets enough farm, he could definitely start carrying as well. And has lots of
Look,
control.
I do think that they probably do have a little bit more carry, but I don't think that Gabo's going to worry about not carrying hard enough. This Wraith King, now that he's got the Radiance, he can pretty much get whatever he wants. It's going to be so easy for him to get it. So you can just imagine he might possibly get a Vads quickly, or he might go straight into like an AC, you know, get some massive carry, probably a hard as well, and he'll just be so hard to take down.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be really tanky. He could easily just start farming up a heart, and a Radiance that early allows him to become this farming machine of unstoppable power, and it's just like he can start our farming Prophet. And speaking of Prophet getting the trees down, Vacuum is up, Ancient
Beautiful.
Apparition is going in with an ult, just missing the ult, Prophet trying to run away. Let's move back down here though. We got Nature's Prophet and Tinker going down to the and Rubik taking out the Tinker. Looks like, wow, that was a really fast fight. Just boom, things happen. Oh, but we got Sand King and Wraith King. They kind of are starting to get chased after. Wraith King coming in. Nice stun. Oh, but Sand King uses the Sandstorm to dodge the stun. Visage Familiars diving in, stopping them in their
Yeah,
tracks.
beautiful Visage control there, saving the Sand King, helping him get out. But what can they do? Being sucked into a wall up against up against Wraith King is just so painful. And all Dark's had to do was drop his wall and suck them in, and they were almost all dead already. Didn't matter. And AA dropped his ulti on top. In comes Invoker, and these guys are just going to really they're not lacking for any type of team fight. Problem is that SlayerG's got a heap of split push, so I really think that these guys have to really hit them down, knock them down a peg now, or else they're going to get out pushed.
But Rubik is going down from Weaver, picking up the dominating streak gold, and looks like Wraith King is in a heap little trouble here. Heat-seeking missiles never miss. Looks like we got Wraith King going down, having to pop his ult. Weaver still wanting some more out of this. Sand King with an epicenter and a stun, taking out the Invoker and the Wraith King. Oh my goodness. My
That
goodness.
was great play. And Invoker hung around, tried to get the Wraith King out, trying to protect his carry. He did push tick him, but all that did was just line up beautifully for the Sand King to blink in, stun. I think he blinked in, didn't he? Yep,
Yeah,
blinked
he
in,
blinked
stun,
in.
epicenter. It was all over.
Yeah, they're in it to win it. Slayer G, I've watched them from their last game. They're really a late game kind of team. They kind of, there's a lot of second quarter teams in football and stuff. These guys are a late game team. They really kind of just pull it together towards the end.
That's exactly right. And as you can see, they're using that split push to really good effect because they know a couple of the key players are down. Some of those cores are down, so they're just teleporting around and taking towers. And now it puts Gabo really on the back foot. And it is around that same time again. We're about to hit about 5 minutes off the 30-minute mark, which is what we talked about with the Prophet and the Tinker and whatnot really starting to come online. So I really hope that we can get a few core items up on the Darkseer, like well, he's looking a bit poor. He needs to be a bit tanky. He's trying to build that pipe, but and maybe maybe a silent stick on the Invoker too, which he's almost at.
Yep. And as soon as he starts picking up his Orchid, it's going to be a totally different game. I think it's going to really wreck the Sand King. It'll take out Tinker for the whole entire duration because that's all Tinker is his skills. And yeah, looks like
Yeah,
we
that's it.
got more pushing going on from the Wraith King. He's just going to keep this lane pushed as well. And
We've also got a bit of a smoke gank going on down on the Radiant as well.
oh man, Smoke Gank. They're looking to get something somewhere. Looks like something could be happening here. Ion Shell is up on the Darkseer. They're cutting through the jungle. They're probably looks like they're probably just going to go straight in to try to get another push in going. Or they might try to get a gank because this. But, I mean, the only person they may be getting is Visage. EMP and Tornado is down. Visage is in trouble. AA ulti coming in, picking him off. Looks like we got Darkseer on the scene with a killing spree. We got lots of fighting going on. Nature's Prophet getting a heap load of everything from this Wraith King, and they take bottom tower. All the meanwhile, two key players are down. Looks like they're going to try and maybe mount the high ground, get a nice boarding party going up. No, instead, Wraith King is teleporting back in the mid lane. They're going to push this lane out because they can. Looks like we got Tinker, though. Tinker going in after the Wraith King. Wraith King with Blade Mail trying to chase after this Tinker, but Tinker is out. He's donezo. He doesn't want to deal with that. Looks like Roshan is in the eyes of G+4. They really want to take out this Roshan, but they're just kind of waiting to get for the Wraith King to come in to start taking out Roshan. And a nice Aegis on Wraith King would be ridiculous. There's so much rezzing right now, and it'll just be so huge.
I would almost put it on one of the other characters. It's one of those conundrums where you put the Aegis on someone who's already got reincarnation. But here we go.
Looks like we got a little bit of a fight at Rosh. And we got Weaver trying to get something going on here, but he's getting Tornado and EMP'd, but he ultis out just in time. We got Rubik coming in with a stun. Visage getting in trouble. A nice Sand King ultimate ability. Oh, a double kill coming in from the Tinker. Looks like a piggy has been made. And oh, Wraith King, he's just in so much trouble. He's just going down. Looks like a fight at Rosh has happened. Weaver, no, he's almost dead, but he's turning around and he's going after this. Oh, taking out the Rubik. And looks like a fight at Rosh was had.
That was amazing. That was so fast paced, and it really looked like SlayerG just got the.
But
kind of
it looks. Oh, never mind. I thought Darkseer was out for the count. He just TP's out just in time. But now they're going to clean up Roshan. They're just going to, hey, you guys put in all this nice work. We're going to take it out while you guys are all down. Add insult to injury.
Now, Nature's Prophet's just running around dewarding for a moment because he's got the level 3 Necro book, and that means that they can see all the enemy wards and anything that's invisible too, so...
AA ult coming in on the Tinker. Tinker is going down from the Invoker. Looks like Rosh is down. Weaver picking up Aegis. Invoker getting a double kill. Weaver still going in after this Darkseer, chasing after that. We got Tinker running after the Invoker, but Invoker waxed up. He is just hiding in the trees. He's not going to be dealing with any of that. Here comes Wraith King, though. He's got a stun. He's getting a face load of everything. He's a pig. He's going to res, though, soon. We got Invoker in trouble, though. Everyone's turning on the Invoker. Ancient Apparition ult. Wonderful ult on the Weaver, but Weaver trying to get out. He just can't do it, but he does have Aegis, so he's going to try and get his way out of here. We got Sand King in a heap load of trouble. We got Ion Shell on him with Rubik chasing after him. Sand King just stunning, trying to get out, but he just can't do it. Weaver, though, Sakuchiing around. He is buying a TP. He is out. Oh. What a game. What a game.
Oh my goodness me. Quick, take a breath. You'll have to ventilate. That was intense.
You could just go ahead and talk a little bit, Rock. It's okay.
My absolute pleasure. Look, this is just bouncing back and forth, and as Scap.
Oh no, you cut out a little bit, Rock.
Oh, I cut out a little bit. These graphs are just going up and down. EXP, as you can see, was up and above 5,000 EXP in advantage of SlayerG, but that's coming straight back to zero as Gabo really start to pick up again. And if you look at the gold as well, once again, peaks and troughs, and it's really coming down to quite an even. It's only 1,000 in the way of SlayerG and gold. So, game is just absolutely back and forth.
Yeah, you could say that again. It is just it's ping pong. It's a ping pong match. This isn't Dota. This is ping pong. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. It is back and forth. But what less would you expect from a final match? If it was just a stomp, I would be disappointed. I'd want my money back.
Totally right. Man, this whoops on ping pong. I'm going to step in and say that.
Well, it is kind of like a ping pong match. Let's just go with that. But anyway, we got Rubik in a little bit of trouble, Sukuchiing away. Weaver is just on it today, but we got Invoker. He's got Cold Snap. He's like Accelerated. Oh, there's just so much going on there. Ancient Apparition ult as well to try to pick things off. We got Visage trying to run away, but he's just going to get chased by this Rubik. Rubik blinking in with the Darkseer and the Wraith King, picking up a nice lovely double kill, but Tinker coming in and laser beaming to the face Invoker, and we got just out! He just made it out. That was incredible. But anyway, we got Nature's Prophet coming in. Lovely trees. We have Wraith King in a little bit of trouble, but he's putting up his Blade Mail, trying to put on as much damage as he can. Looks like his ulti is back up. Nature's Prophet putting himself around trees. He's staying in the fight, trying to TP out, and he gets out just in time. Wraith King in a little bit of trouble. Can't deal with everyone on him. This is just
just dropping so much damage, and he just hung around. That Scythe of Fire just felt like it never ended. Poor old King was like running back, oink, 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 yeah. Oh, now we have trouble on.
Oh, looks like we got a mid lane. We got Weaver coming in, picking off the squishy supports. Ancient Apparition is down. Darkseer is down. They're going after the tower. SlayerG. They are just on it. They are pushing in, forcing a buyback from the Darkseer. Darkseer trying to come in and pick up after the pieces, and we got a big push going on up in the high ground. Glyph has been put up. We got Invoker in trouble though. He's a piggy, but we got Tinker in silenced, and we got so much going on right now. Just so many skills are being thrown. Rubik going down as well. Rinse and repeat. We got Invoker buying back. The Glyph is down. Let's keep that in mind. Looks like we're going to have a big boarding party. I can't talk right now. And we're just going to try and keep going and try to keep this push on. But Ancient Apparition and just everyone is just keeping the push back. They cannot mount the high ground yet. Not quite yet. And Weaver's just hanging out, trying to get a peripheral tower because he can. He's got his Desolator, and he's just melting that tower right now because he can.
Yeah, that was really good play by...
but Weaver could be in a little bit of trouble here. Nice vacuum. Weaver getting... ulting out, trying to get out as he's juking away, using his ulti. Oh, didn't mean to do that, camera. But he's just going in and trying to TP out as he does just in time. Meanwhile, Tinker is just split pushing the crap out of mid lane along with his buddy Nature's Prophet. Man, it really seems like G+4 right now is just they're kind of, on there. They're not out of this game. No, not by any stretch. But they are definitely going to have to start running around a little bit more.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come down to who can be most mobile. Now, I'm pretty sure that Invoker's already got his travel boots. No, he's still rocking phase, actually. So it's going to come down to a couple of these players are going to have to get some travel boots to really try and, counter these two global players that can burn around. But Tinker is just doing so well. He's being like such a high roll utility ganker.
Oh, looks like we got a big trouble on the Invoker. We got TP's in. AA ult is down. Nice EMP tornado. Not getting anyone though. Looks like we've got March of Machines going on. Push is going to be happening. Are we going to have a second boarding party? Maybe we are. Is Glyph still down? Glyph is still down on both ends. Looks like we got Tinker blinking in, turning, making a pig happen on the Rubik. Rubik is in a little bit of trouble from the Sand King. Sand King getting out just in time. We got a boarding party up top. Tower is going down. We got Invoker trying as he might to take out the creep, diverging the aggro off the tower. Wow.
Did you see that push wave there? And that's exactly what I was talking about. If they had possibly an Earthshaker instead of the Rubik, he could have just blinked in and wiped out 3 players because they're all hanging around with just so many creeps, and you know the treants, the necro books, the everything, the visage familiars. It was just massive.
Oh, looks like Nature's is in a little bit of trouble here, but he's able to deal with the Rubik just fine with his Desolator. Tornado just missing him. He's getting out just in time. Oh! Sunstrike. Oh! That was so close. Nature's Prophet would be clenching his butt cheeks after that one.
Yep, making diamonds.
Exactly. Whereas we have Weaver coming in after Wraith King. Wraith King going down at an instant. What a wall. What a vacuum, though. Oh, so much damage. Everyone is back up. Ancient Apparition throwing down his ult. But we got Tinker coming in. He's just constantly laying down this barrage of stuff. He's got everything going on. We got Sand King throwing in his epicenter. This Weaver is now unstoppable. It is a team wipe. The boarding party is up. Visage has bought back. They are going to take this tower. They could be even taking racks. They're going for racks. This could be GG for G+4 at the moment.
Oh my goodness me, these team fights are just so epic. Absolutely epic. And once again, you know, the Prophet and the Tinker just been so crucial. And it's just amazing to see this many.
The GGs have been thrown already. Looks like it's over. It is over.
Wow. Huge congratulations to Slayer G, who are the winners tonight in the League of Dota tournament. Oh my goodness me, Season 4. What a game, Scap.